So starting out, you each play a different character: Riley, Aaron, Fina, KJ, and Cameron. Tiffany, can you tell me a little bit about each of your characters and kind of the group dynamic between the girls?
You want to go first? KJ is simmering and is fiercely protective and loyal and has an incredibly grounded moral compass. She is just trying to find her path and feels pressured by her family to become someone she doesn't necessarily want to, and is kind of looking for her way out. The girls kind of all meet at a point where the universe has decided they need each other.
Yeah.
They are all loners for one reason or another, and help each other find themselves on their action-packed journey.
Yeah. Tiff is a very knowledgeable, encyclopedic mind. Like, she is willing to do anything to protect her friends and to achieve her goals, and I love that about her. She's very passionate about her technology, because I think that was a comfort to her when she didn't have a lot of friends, so she did rely on technology. And like Fina was saying, these friends really, it gave another piece to her, and it was really good for her, both emotionally and intellectually. So
Yeah. Erin is very responsible, and she starts off to be more timid and quiet. I would consider her to be pretty sheltered too, so I think quite naturally she starts off to be a bit more awkward around the girls, even though she just so badly wants to fit in and wants to be friends with them. And yeah, I think she also just deeply cares about the people she loves and tries her best to take care of them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And is there an aspect of your character that you relate to most?
I think like I said, wanting to take care of the people I love and protect them.
Yeah.
I'd say her moral compass. I always try to keep my head clear, and I try to do what's right, and I hope I accomplish that most of the time.
You do. I think you're a lot like AJ.
Thank you.
I would say Tiff's craving for knowledge, because Tiff is always looking, what else can I learn, and I really relate to that.
So the girls are all from the 80s, which I'm guessing none of you were alive during that time. Was there any sort
That
of
would be a correct guess.
movies or music that you took in before the role to kind of get into that mindset?
I think it's really cool because, like you said, none of us were born in the 80s, but for
Yeah.
some reason it just felt really nostalgic. And for me, I just listened to a lot of the music and also read the comic books.
Yeah. I, too, read the comic books and watched Stand By Me and Breakfast Club and all the classics to get into that 80s vibe.
I read the comic books, and
Wow, yeah, read it.
Whoa!
and I listened to a lot of the music, like When Doves Cry and a lot of Salt and Pepper. And then I also watched movies like Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon and Coming to America to get into that 80s vibe. And yeah.
Yeah.
And my final question, for girls your age watching the show or younger, what about this show do you think they can relate to? Why should they watch it?
Well, something that was great while filming, a lot of women who worked on the set with us would come up to us and say that they wish they had this show when they were younger, because it highlights such an important story of female adolescence and that growth and not always knowing what the right thing to do is and not knowing how to handle growing up. And I think it'll be a great way for young girls to see that we don't need a man to save us.
Yeah.
And we can have agency in our own lives.
Yeah. I think they should watch it because no matter who you are, what you do, there's a piece of you in this show, and there's a piece that everybody can relate to and identify with. And like you said, we don't need a man to save us.
Yeah.
And
We don't need a man.
that was actually one of my favorite parts of the show, that we actually used ourselves to help save us.
Yeah, and I think a really important part of the show is that it is about female empowerment and female friendship, but really this show is for everyone. And I think the 4 girls all have flaws to them, but in their flaws there's a sense of beauty, and I think that's really cool, and I'm excited for people to watch it.
Same.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for having
having
us.
So long.
Woo!